So if you're watching this video right now, you're probably in IT infrastructure. And many people see me and they'll see a SimpliVity shirt in an elevator and say, Bob, in 15 seconds, can you tell me what is that on your shirt? And I would tell you that nowadays our customers are procuring a traditional legacy infrastructure stack in the data center of server, storage, WAN optimization, dedupe compression, replication, backup. 7 to 10 to 11, sometimes 12 devices. While SimpliVity, HPE through acquisition of SimpliVity feels as though that legacy stack that you're purchasing now has become too costly and too complicated to procure it, to implement it, to manage it, and maintain it. So we've assimilated all the features and functionality of the entire data center stack into a 1-2U atomic platform, the DL380 server, which by the way is the most commonly sold and most secure server in the world today. So the efficiencies we bring our customers, all infrastructure from below the hypervisor is now in your server environment. That's what we do for our customers. So at this point you might also ask, okay, so what's different about SimpliVity? There's many different hyperconverged players out there. The difference with SimpliVity is, number one, hyperconvergence in and of itself means you're combining more than two. Convergence is a combination of two things, in this case server or storage. But the rest of the world in hyperconvergence doesn't just, they converge server and storage and then they have to go out and procure a backup utility, a replication utility, WAN optimization, load balancing, many other devices. With SimpliVity, we're truly the only hyperconverged player in the industry today because the replication and the backup is in our software. It's part of the operating system. WAN optimization, taken care of by the data virtualization platform. We basically have hyperconverged the entire infrastructure stack into that server environment whereas nobody has. Now take that and put it on steroids, if you will, and understand that that's a global awareness. Wherever you have a SimpliVity node in the globe, they're all communicating of what 8K blocks of data are where across the globe. We've virtualized data across the globe. Nobody else has that. Nobody else has the ability to bring that to our customers. And that in and of itself is the huge difference that we make. We do truly converge and assimilate the entire infrastructure stack that you see in the data center today. So some people ask me, yes, but isn't all dedupe and compression the same? And the answer to that is, in many cases, yes, but not in SimpliVity's case. You have to understand where we're doing our deduplication and our assimilation of the data, our virtualization of the data. It's in a data virtualization card that we put inside the server. So that is now hardware accelerated because we're offloading we're offloading the energy that has to be used by the local resources of compute, RAM, and even SSD. We offload that into the DVP. So before it hits those resources, we're already deduping, compressing, and optimizing. And that frees up all the technology energy that you have in your server to run the application. So now your applications are going to perform faster because we've saved all that energy to do that. Now, with our competition, it's a software load that goes on the system resources of the server. So there's contention. There's contention. Do you want me to run the application or do you want me to run a backup? Do you want me to run the application or other infrastructure related tasks like tiering, like replication, displaying for the users what they need? We have no contention. All of that is handled out of the DVP and it offloads and virtualizes that globally. So it's a much stronger deduplication model because we are deduplicating at the hypervisor level, not at the system resource level, not post-dedupe. Once you have a SimpliVity environment, you do not need to post-dedupe anymore. We've deduped once and forever. That file never rehydrates. For the lifetime of that data, it will not rehydrate. That's a powerful message because it saves IOPS on the back end too. I'm here today in Chicago with IT Hardware Plus, and what drew me to coming here in this freezing cold weather is IT Hardware Plus has not only been a proponent, but the resources and the level of education and sophistication they have with SimpliVity and hyperconvergence as a whole, and what they brought to their customers here in Chicago has intrigued me. they really have a firm grasp. It's like they were SimpliVity employees. They understand this product completely, and they bring it to their customers to the point of the customers recognizing tremendous business benefit from it. That compelled me to want to come up and work with them further. So I plan on putting a lot of time and effort into coming up and working with IT Hardware Plus in the future, because it's so nice to see a company that's not only thrilled but incredibly competent at the hyper-converged movement in the industry, if you will. I can't think of where I would spend my time better than to work with them. We're going to be going out and seeing some customers and working with some of their existing customers just to understand, what's coming up in the future, and also working with hopefully some new customers while we're here.